This is my first time talking. This is my first time talking to the camera, but it's been a few hours now. Like, it's literally 3:40. I just made a little bit of ramen, just a little bit. I'm gonna just watch a bit of YouTube. It's a Saturday, so it's a pretty chill day for me because I don't have my youth group tonight. And then I'm gonna share what I read for my devotion this morning. So here's a little video of me eating, I guess. Okay, I just have to. So I don't know if any of you guys watch Cayenne Wolfgang. She's a Christian YouTuber. She recently, I mean, not recently, but she had a baby, like, I don't remember when. Her husband is Kyle. I was gonna say Cayenne. So yeah, it's Cayenne and Kyle. But when I tell you their little baby boy Legend is one of the cutest babies I've ever seen, let me show you. You can't hear because I have headphones in. Do you see how cute he is? Look at his cheeks. He's so adorable. Literally, baby fever is crazy. Like, I need to get married so I can have a kid. I want many kids. I don't know if that's just me, but if I could have 12 or 15 or 15,000, I'll have 15,000. Okay, that's a stretch, but we'll see when we get there. But I'm so excited to have children. So, husband, where you at? Hey guys, sorry if I look like this. I'm outside on the balcony again. I'm gonna try to share for my devotion, but it's kind of windy, so hopefully the audio quality is not too bad. It's not that bad. I can't rant too much because I think the more I rant, the worse it's going to get, like the quality of the audio, because the wind is like blowing a lot. So I'll try to keep this as brief as possible, but still, you know, anyway. So I'm reading through the book of Luke right now, and my sisters are home. My little sister said she's gonna come and bomb my video, so let's just wait for her to do that, and then I'll share my devotion.
So this video, I'm gonna tell you guys why I love my sister. I love Yada because she's encouraging.
Why did that take you so long? What did you bring home? I saw food.
For myself.
Okay, fair.
You can taste it if you want. I love Yada because she's encouraging me and she's there for me when I need help. And because she strengthens me in my walk with Christ.
I've already read the Gospels before, like several times, but it's like when you go back and take your time, you see things you've never seen before. And I've seen so many things, like I just finished Mark. I've seen so many things in Mark that I was like, what? And so now I'm reading through Luke and I'm seeing things and I'm also like, what? But anyways, so this morning I read chapter 14 of Luke, and there's so much in this chapter, so I'm not going to share everything because I would be here for eternity, but I'll just share a couple of things. I'll just read. So Luke chapter 14 verse 12 says, "Then he also said to him who invited him, when you give a dinner," hopefully the wind is not too bad, "when you give a dinner or a supper, do not ask your friends, your brothers, your relatives, nor rich neighbors, lest they also invite you back and you be repaid. But when you give a feast, invite the poor, the maimed, the lame, the blind, and you will be blessed, because they cannot repay you, for you shall be repaid at the resurrection of the just. And so reading this is so like, whoa, because Jesus is not saying that you can't invite your family over. You know, like if you have a super rich friend, like you can't have them over for dinner. Like that, he's not saying that at all. Because obviously, like you have your family over, like if you move out, you know, and you get married, you're gonna invite your family over. Like that's obviously gonna happen. That's normal. That's not a sin. But in essence, he's saying that you should be hospitable to the poor and do it out of the abundance of your heart. In other words, sometimes we do things because we know we're gonna get it back in return. Such as, you know, like you give gifts to your friend and you have this expectation that they'll give you gifts in return. Like maybe it's your friend's birthday, so when your birthday comes along, you're expecting them to get you a gift. And so if you have a friend who does not get you a gift and you got them a gift when it was their birthday, a part of you is just like what's happening? Like, did they not get the memo, you know? But what about giving a birthday gift to someone that you don't even, like, you're not really familiar with, a person you've met maybe once, twice, you don't know that much about them, but yet you're going out of your way, out of the abundance of your heart, to give them a gift that they're going to cherish. And it's just like, not many of us do that, unfortunately. So Jesus is basically saying that we should have a lifestyle of doing things for people and not have this expectation that we're going to get something back, but to do it out of the abundance of our heart. And so that's just so interesting to me, because yeah, I feel like it's the norm to invite your friends over, you know, and then for them to invite you over, and that's not a bad thing. But how many of us are willing to open up our home to a stranger whom we met like once or twice? And I'm not saying, you know, like Jesus is telling us to go on the streets and pull out some random homeless guy and be like, come to my house, let me cook for you. Like, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that maybe a person who comes to your church whom you're unfamiliar with, and maybe you're hosting a fellowship, and you could be like, you know, I want to invite you to my house, I want to cook for you, and you're not expecting anything in return. You're not expecting them to get you something. You're not expecting them to invite you to their home, but out of the abundance of your heart, you just want to give. Yeah, so that's just very interesting. And because for me, like, I live with my parents, so I technically speaking I can host, you know, but I'm just saying that when I do have the opportunity to invite people over, like when I get married, when I have my own place, I don't want it to be a home just for like the people I'm familiar with, you know, but for anyone to feel welcomed, you know. And then another passage in this chapter is so if we go to some previous verses, so verse 8 says, when you are invited by anyone to a wedding feast, do not sit down in the best place, lest one more honorable than you be invited by him, and he who invited you and him come and say to you, why does that not sound right? Give place to this man, and then you begin with shame to take the lowest place. But when you are invited, go and sit down in the lowest place, so that when he invited you comes, he may say to you, friend, go up higher, then you will have glory in the presence of those who sit at the table with you. The wind. For whoever exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. So this parable, or this little story, or this thing that Jesus basically just said, is that if you get invited to like a wedding or like an event, and you know, like obviously like the person who invited you is like the host, so like when you're taking your place to sit, he's basically saying that don't go to like the highest place. Maybe it's the front of the room, which most times it is the front of the room, or the front of the building or wherever, but he's saying to go to the places or the spots where it's like not deemed like popular. I don't know if popular is a word, you get what I'm saying. Like the back is usually where people sit, and it's not like the most honorable place to sit at an event. And that's very interesting, because in other words, we think of ourselves, which is not a bad thing, you know, but the way Jesus is calling us to behave is like you're putting yourself second. the way he's calling us to live is you're putting yourself second. And so, for example, if you were to go to like a dinner that someone invites you to, instead of you going with your plate to the table like first, you are going to go last, or maybe like not very last, but like near the end, you know. No one in their right mind wants to be last, you know. Like, I don't want to be last. You're welcome. Let me know if you have any issues. You should not have any issues with it, but yeah. But when you think about it, like, Jesus calls us to do things that are not normal in the world's society and the world's standards. So in the world, they promote this idea of, you know, you take care of yourself, you do what works for you, you do what's best for you, you do what's important to you, and don't think of anyone else. Even like in K-pop, I have to mention K-pop in every video, you guys already know, but a lot of their songs are very like self-glorifying, and they don't promote the idea of like helping others. Really, it's more just like, I'm gonna be me, no one can stop me. Yeah. So I got cut off because my phone storage like is basically like maxed. So I will try my best to like maybe add a bit more to what I said earlier, but like I don't know if I said enough because I can't remember. Anyways, so this past week 2 of my sunglasses broke. So I ordered 3 new ones off of Amazon, and to be fair, those were cheap glasses. Like, I got them from Ardennes, if any of you guys are familiar with that store. So I'm like, you know what, let's try Amazon. So yeah, I purchased 3, so I'm gonna open them right now and do like the first try, but I'm praying and hoping that they're okay. I like them. So let's unbox this. I don't think I've ever really unboxed anything on camera. Oh no, I unboxed my like plant stand I got from Amazon. So yeah, I was gonna say PR packages, but not yet. So this one is Soros. This might be just the black one. I got like 1, and then I got like 2 in 1. So this is, I think, the single one. Okay, so it comes with like, I think, a little baggie and like the sunglasses cleaner. So that's cool, like a wiper thing, like the cloth. Okay, my hands are so dry. They feel good quality compared to my ones from Ardennes. Like, those ones are obviously cheap. These ones feel like pretty good quality. Okay, let's put them on. And all of them are polarized, which is perfect because I feel like my eyes are like, anyway. How'd I look, guys? They look cool from like my phone. So I think I like these. Is that a big deal? Do you see that? Like, this one can easily just do that, but this one is like it's not staying. Uh-oh. Like a fault in this one? I don't know. Like, it's not a huge deal, but like it's still doing its job, you know? But it's just like, you know, I don't know, we'll see. I might have to return these and get like another one because it's just not like, what is that? Okay, so that's that one. I'm ready. These ones are cute. I like these ones. These ones are cool. Okay. And then I'm gonna try the black ones. God's like, Yada's trying on sunglasses, so let me bring out the sun. Okay, and here are the black ones. They're cute. They're cool, right? Bye.